Hello! Welcome to the Azur Lane Late of the Martyrium event, and we've got a brand new user interface. Huzzah! Look at that idle screen, isn't that nice? So, all new graphics presenting the secretary girl in all her glory. Very, very nice. Justagram. This new liquid coolant is excellent. It rapidly cools down one's emotion module and its texture appeals to one's taste module. And I'm getting the impression that Alsace and Gas Can have a lot in common. Gas Can seeks to replicate recipe. Encrypting secret recipe done. Sending data packet now. Composition analyzed. The ratio of lime juice to other ingredients is extremely high. Oh, great. Just need 3 of them getting together. A tempting color. An irresistible aroma. Like the enchanting network of a witch. That sounds like something the commander would say. Oh no. That makes my emotion module tingle. Wow. Well, actually, I think this would discombobulate her more. Can I have some? Alright. So. Let's have a look at this. Get rewards for Manju Plumbing. What's this supposed to be about? Play the minigame. Alright. What are we doing? Okay. Placing pipes. How many tiles I can fill with water. Okay. Interesting. Can I rotate? No. Shoot. I already messed up. Can I pick? No. Well, darn. Yeah, sorry. I screwed up. Alright, let's see if we can do better than that. Alright. Put that there. No. Put it there. Oh, I wish I could pick the rotation of that. Alright, I think we're getting someplace. That in the corner, I suppose. Shoot. Shouldn't have put that there. Yeah, let's put that there. No, I need something to connect that. Shoot. That'll work. That won't work. Really? Right there. I suppose. That was the other way around. Let's stick that there, I suppose. There we go. Perfect. That's not half bad. I got a lot of the tiles there. Yay, and everyone's happy this time. Huzzah! Okay. Well, that was different. What else we got to do on the cruise? Board the ship. Oh, there's a story. The long-awaited cruise ship is finally finished. Harbin cuts the ribbon with a pair of scissors, then breaks out a bottle of champagne against the bow. The ship has been launched and is ready to cruise. As I marvel at the luxurious vessel before me, I suddenly remember something very important. Yeah, how much input did Long Island have? All sorts of wild proposals would flood again, and I'm pretty sure Long Island was randomly rubber stamping things on a whim. I need to double check what was actually made it into the final proposal. I carefully go through all the ship's facilities and their layouts one at a time. A mall, a nightclub, an arcade. I suppose these are all fine. Did we need an aquarium, a guardian, an ammo depot, and a cat lodge? Don't tell me everything ended up getting approved. It was I who approved the cat lodge. It felt pertinent to have a place for people to wind down. As for all the rest, there's a logical reason behind each one of them. Indeed, it was all planned out based on logic, dear human. Amden joins the conversation just as Rishu starts explaining the logic behind the layout. Amden shall guide you to the heart of the ship. Come along now. The heart, I guess she means the bridge. Won't hurt to check out where the ship's headed. Alright, lead the way. Rishu bids me goodbye with a quick bow, then I head to the bridge with Emden. As I peer out from the bridge's window, the land gradually recedes until I'm surrounded by a vast, boundless blue. Here you can see where the ship is going, my darling human. You must have yearned for a cruise such as this, human. Hee hee. Are we going to Seabreeze Island first? The place from last year. That's correct. Seabreeze Island shall be our first destination. Then we will do a tour of the tropics before returning to port. This itinerary was created to maximize your leisure and comfort. You should be grateful to Emden. In other words, you haven't decided on where exactly we're going afterwards. I suppose that is so. Do you prefer having everything planned out for you? If you so wish, Emden can alter the plan for you, my darling human. If that's what you want, then beg for it. Let me think. Well, the essence of a vacation is to be able to kick back and relax without having to worry about anything. So yeah, I don't mind going with the flow. Hehe, if you say so. Emden has no objections. Come to think of it, we didn't run into any kooky visitors or get any strange letters all the way back from construction to launch. As it stands, the cruise is on a surprisingly smooth course. That makes me think we won't get stranded by a tempest and be forced to survive on a desert island this time. Oh God. Careful what you wish for. You seem to be brooding, my darling human. You have nothing to worry about. We've planned for every possible scenario during this cruise. Set aside your concerns and simply enjoy your vacation. Yeah, you're right. He said it. What could go wrong? No, you don't do that. I set aside my unfounded fears and again gaze out the window at the boundless sea. I'm sure it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. Yeah, he invoked the curse. What's this now? First night aboard was great. Even it was the first time in a long while that I got to sleep without having to worry about the ever-looming specter of work. Man, how great it feels not to be woken up by an alarm clock, but rather by the warm rays of sunlight on my cheeks. Wait a sec, I'm pretty sure I closed the curtains before I went to sleep. Why is there sunlight shining on me? Who came into my room? My eyes pop open as seeking to answer that question, and then I see Emden's mischievous face right next to me. She's just sitting there, in bed, looking down at me. Emden. Hee. Good morning, my darling human. You kept watch while you were asleep. You should be grateful. Now that you're awake, please get changed and come to me with your workstation. I would like to brief you on our navigational status. Yeah. I do as asked. Quickly showering, getting changed before heading over to the workstation. As soon as I open the door, I'm immediately awestruck by an uncanny wave of familiarity. Oops. Surprise! We perfectly recreated your office one-to-one so you would feel at home. Ah, you shouldn't have. Wow, it really is a perfect copy. It even comes with the same feeling of mounting dread as mountains of work loom before me. I wish you could see the look on your face right now, my darling human. It makes me want to coddle you. But before there can be coddling, Emden needs to formally report on how the cruise is going. Everything aboard the ship is functioning well. As for the sea, visibility is excellent and the waters are as calm as can be. Unless we run into bad weather, we'll reach Seabreeze Island on schedule. There will be a party later to celebrate the ship's virgin voyage. Your attendance would be appreciated. Also, since the ship requires maintenance, the task of giving you reports and schedule updates will be carried out in shifts. Shifts? Wait, so you're not the only one responsible for that task? Your wording implies you can't imagine being without Emden, As much as we'd like to have you all to ourselves, that's just how it is. You should expect to receive reports from Memphis and Long Island later. Today is your first day of receiving reports, so Emden will take a little longer than the rest. It's out of concern for you, human. Moving forward, our reports will be more brief and to the point. Alright, good to know I have a whole team to keep me in the loop. It is. There are also events planned for specific hours of the day, and we'll remind you of them as we give you our morning reports. In other words, you can spend your time however you see fit outside of those events. There are all kinds of leisure activities on board for you to try in that time. Emden, you're taking too long. I told you, you should just do like me and keep it to a quick phone call. A familiar voice rings out as Long Island barges into my workspace. She's straight up admitting she'll half-ass it. Suddenly, I'm not sure Long Island is suited for this job. Are you giving me that look? I hope you're not doubting my competence. I'm doing my job right now. My job is to lead you to the maiden voyage party. Stare incredulously at her. Gee. Fine, I admit it. I'm only here so I don't have to answer the phone. Don't judge me. It's been ringing all day and stopping me from focusing on my video games. It's very on brand for you. Well, cat's out of the bag now. Anyway, your next destination is the banquet hall. Do I have to leave right now? Nah, there's time. Just give me a holler when you're good to go. You'll be on time as long as you leave before 12. That's all for my report. Now, if you need me, I'll be back here playing games. Emden should get ready for the party as well, so if you'll excuse us, give Emden a call if you need someone to talk to, human. Long Island and Emden both leave my workspace. Along with my thoughts, I start wondering what to do now. I suppose I could have a look around while I wait for the party to start. Okay. Guess I'm supposed to go here. When I arrive at the banquet, I find that Arbiters is already there waiting for me. Ooh hoo hoo. I like that skin. That's very classy. Great of you to show, Commander. I've been waiting for you. Come here, just don't stand there. Hey everyone, the Commander's arrived. Open her up. A beautiful sight unfolds. The banquet is filled with people laughing, chatting, and generally having a good time. There are tables lined from end to end with various cuisines. There's even an ornate desert island on top one of them. What do you think? It really gets stomach rumbling, doesn't it? Have a seat and chow down. You really went all out. For sure. Tons of grub livens up any party. I had crates and crates of ingredients shipped in from the Emperor to give everyone a taste of our home. Of course, I couldn't have done it alone. All the folks that helped with the party's real MVPs. Chefs among us are flexing their cooking muscles in the kitchen, so all you gotta do is enjoy their food. I helped to flaunt the Royal Lion's traditional cuisine, but the plebeians all insisted we keep it strictly to tea and desserts. They're so delicious we can't get them out of our mind, they said. Bollocks. Suit yourselves then. She's complaining, but she's happy in spite of that. Thank God I don't have to eat royal cuisine at this time. And all I wanted to display my cooking skills as well, but the security committee's the security guards have orders to keep Gian out of the kitchen. I've been practicing really hard, I promise. I just want you to taste how far I've come, Commander. There. Good job, security committee. Don't be sad. There's always next time. The cruise only just started. You get your chance to cook soon. For now, just enjoy the party. And yeah, we're on a ship. We don't need any fires. You mean it? You have to promise you'll eat what I make then. Oh God. As celebrations continue, I see Richelieu leisurely walk up to the center of the hall, wine glass in hand. My dear friends, I thank you for gathering here today to celebrate this voyage. Richelieu needs a party skin or something. She will surely carry us on many luxurious pleasure cruises. Though she was built through all our efforts, none of the efforts would have been possible without the Commander's support. I'd like to call the Commander up to give us a few words. Wait, what? Nobody said I'd have to deliver a speech. Speech. Sensing my hesitation, Bismarck in the seat next to me chimes in to encourage me. This is your responsibility as leader. It's okay if it's off the cuff. I know you can handle yourself. Great. No backing off when the spotlight calls your name, huh? I push my chair back a bit, pick up a wine glass, and rise to my feet. Thank you everyone for creating and gathering at this place. Without you, this cruise ship would never have gotten off the ground. I don't have anything profound to say, only this. I hope you have a relaxing, pleasant cruise. Cheers to us all. Cheers. Cheers. You too, servant. Cheers. Cheers to us all. Cheers. Cheers. Oh god, Akagi's on the ship. It warms my heart to see every last one of us gathered in one place. I raise this toast to you in particular, Tovarich Commander. Don't we all? Together with you, Commander, we're all headed for a better tomorrow. Okay. It's clattering of glasses and jubilant toasts. The party reaches its climax. I've had my fill, so it's time to get up and have a walk around the ship. Okay. This is just gonna keep going on and on and on and on and on. Yeah. No. Time to do something different. We got... Yeah, nope. We're not doing more of that. However, I do have some permissions to complete. So far, the new interface is extremely smooth. Hopefully, they fixed the part where it bugs out on my emulator, which is extremely aggravating. Alright. I gotta reply. Oh, sorry, I mean, sure. I'll pour a glass for you after I pick up the pieces of my emotion module. Ah! I get the sense that instead of gas can, Elsei's scatter emotion module tweaked a little too high. And she's a bit too enamored with Commander for her own good. Alright, I suppose it's time for some pulls. Let me just make sure my deck space is as clear as it's going to get. Yep. Oh, how many of those do I have? I've got 3. I should buy one more. Yeah, I'll buy those after. Might need the coin. Monthly proto. One bowling. Alright. First 10 pull. Let's go. Houston. Nevada. Oklahoma. Pensacola. Another Pensacola. Portland. Pensacola. Oklahoma. Prince Heinrich. Didn't expect to see you here on this list. First 10 pull. F. Let's keep rolling. Norfolk, Tennessee, Nevada.
名はブレンヌス。世界に変革をもたらさんと空想の海の虚無より生まれし剣なり。さあ、予言に示されしソードテイカーよ。私の問いに答えよ。準備はできているか。
Brennus, the sword of the oceans of fantasy, in order to usher forth change in this world. The sword bearer of prophecy answers this question of mine. Are you prepared for change? Neat. Alright, Sword of Final Judgment. When the battle starts, summon 6 Swords of Judgment around the ship to negate up to 70 steady shells each. Once per battle, when the HP of your ship and your fleet falls below 50%. Performs special slashing attack. If there's another Iris Libre or Vichya Dominion ship in this fleet when this attack activates, improve the attack. Sword of a New Era. When the battle starts, grants the ship Allegro status, increasing the ship's damage dealt by 15%. Every 20 seconds if there are swords of judgment around the ship. Removes all swords of judgment and fires a barrage. Based on skills level and number of swords deleted. If there are no swords of judgment around the ship, grants the ship's Lento status, decreasing the ship's damage taken by 15%. The ship regains Allegro status after 20 seconds. 5 seconds after either one of the above two effects activates, summon 6 swords of judgment. So according to what I've seen on the data mine, the swords basically act like Rune Muse's shields. Neat. TB in her emo phase. Oh, Washington. Nevada. Northampton. Suffolk. Oklahoma. Shropshire. Pensacola. Alright, so we've got one of the 4 new girls on the list. Right? 4? Yep. And Bayern's the 5% girl, so. Alright. 25% of the way. 2 10 pulls. That's not bad. Northampton. Nevada.
Bonjour.
Algerie. Bonjour, Algerie. Tennessee. Shropshire. Chicago. Tennessee. Kazuya. Portland. Kent. Big F for that 10 pull. Ooh, I think that might be Algerie. Not Algerie, Alsace. Dumbass, I'll learn. She's very soft-spoken. Alright. Attack command. Holy Judgment. When the ship fires her main guns, inflicts Holy Judgment on a random enemy. While the ship is afloat, 20 seconds after the ship is not in, and enters the battle, activates Holy Judgment. When Holy Judgment activates, the following occurs. For 10 seconds, the target takes 12% more damage, fires a special barrage that inflicts special burn ailment to enemies hit for 30 seconds. 30-second burn, wow. Okay. Combat Protocol. Divine Sanction. Increase the ship's firepower by 15% when the ship hits an enemy with her secondary guns, or when an Iris, Libre, or Vichya Dominion Vanguard ship in your fleet hits an enemy with her main guns. Gains 1 stack of Divine Sanction. When 12 stacks are reached, it improves the effect of Holy Judgment in the following ways. Increase the damage taken debuff. The increased damage taken debuff lasts until the battle ends rather than 10 seconds. Wow. That's impressive. Damage taken debuffs are important in this game. Targets chosen for the damage taken debuff, enemies which do not have similar debuff applied will be prioritized. Okay. So this, she can mark multiple ships with this. Emotional Overflow, Critical Flashpoint. When this ship is afloat, increases the cannon, torpedo, and aircraft crit rate of all your Iris, Libre, and Vichya Dominion ships on the map by 8%. Okay. So it's basically the same skill that UVH has. Once per battle, when the HP of a ship in your fleet walls falls below 30% as a result of damage taken, performs a special attack, restores that ship's HP by 3% for each hit scored by this attack. Oh, and she's an emergency healer too. Neat. Okay, what do the degenerates in Washington have to say? Biggest French W since, I presume, win since the invention of the baguette. She's a cutie under the mask. Pull her ribbon, yeah. Well, not as terrible as Washington usually is. Yes.
Hello, 指揮官。
Alright, California,
この私を
York,
あんたが指揮官と。
Chicago, Houston,
指揮官さん。
Oklahoma.
思考の魔女にして知識と力を探求せし者ベアルンより挨拶を申し上げます。指揮官様、ここに私めが興味を抱くような思考なる筆跡はありますでしょうか。
Hey, we got the 5%er Bayern. So that's 3 out of 4. Nice. Keeper of the Grimoire. Increases the ship's firepower and aviation by 15%. 5 seconds after the ship launches an airstrike. 70% chance to fire a barrage. And launch a special airstrike. If this doesn't activate, its activation becomes 100% on the next time the ship launches an airstrike. Okay. Holy Tempest Ascension. When the battle starts, increases the ship's detection gauge value by 15. Every time the ship sinks 2 enemies, sinks 2 enemies during battle, the ship recovers 2% of her max HP. Up to 5 times, so 10% heal each battle. Every 30 seconds when the ship sinks 4 enemies, summons a tornado that decreases enemy speed. Strength based on the strength of the skill. Up to 3 tornadoes can be summoned per battle. Once per battle, when the ship's HP has fallen below 40% as a result of damage taken, sets the ship's detection gauge value to 0 and recovers 15% of her, or 25% of her max HP. Okay. So this is Bayern's interesting ship. She and Eagle are basically designed to be mobbing carriers, and they've got guns, so they can defend themselves from suicide ships. That skill, the first 2 skills definitely cement her in place as a better version of her original version. Anyway, moving on. Sacrament's Empowering Right increases the ship's damage dealt by 10% and decreases loading time of the first airstrike by 20%, which is pretty nice. It activates one of the following 2 effects based on what weapon has as her secondary weapon slot. If she has a main gun, which means she can defend herself, increases the ship's detection range, increases its efficiency by 30%, improves the special cannon barrage, and fires another barrage. It's a dive bomber. Further decreases loading time of this ship's first airstrike by 30%, and improves the special airstrike. Neat. And gets another 8% damage dealt when a boss fleet. Cute. 0.5% gang. Oh, right, and Bayern doesn't count towards my deck space now anymore. Yay!
Konnichiwa.
Dorsetshire. Another Alsace. Well, this was a lucky 10 pull. 2 URs and the 5% girl.
叶わざる人の夢。星座の守り手たる者は戦艦アルサスなり。指揮官、君と共に世界の罪を浄化せん。はじめまして。
Kinugasa. Yeah, we're gonna screenshot that one. Alright, so that means all I have left to get is Fluorite, and we did that in 4 10 pulls. Impressive. Most impressive. Alright. So let's see if we can get the 5% girl.
私はかつて
You said
10億
君はこの艦隊あなたが指揮官
Northampton.
私は
Repulse.
レナウヘイ指揮官ビシア製
There
作
she
の
is.
上司アルビテュー駆逐艦のフルーレよあなたが指揮官みたいねこれからはフルーレのことをよろしくってね
Oh, she's sweet and flirty, isn't she? Ace of Roses. Increases the ship's main gun and torpedo efficiency by 20%, 3 seconds after the battle start, and every 20 seconds after that. Targets a random enemy, and for 10 seconds, increases damage dealt against enemies with that armor type by 15%. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. When sorted with another Lahardy class ship, the above effect is also granted to a random Lahardy class ship in your fleet. Cool. So she can apply it to 2 ships. Unfortunately, she's an elite. The most elegant curtain call increases ship's evasion by 20%. Destroyers are already high evasion, so that's diminishing returns right there, but cool. If there's a BB or BC in your fleet, decreases this ship's and that BB or BC's damage taken by 10%. Ooh, now that's nice. Destroyers have a little bit of a thin HP pool, so damage reduction's nice. So she's interesting. Interesting. Cute redhead, fox girl, cute Templar knight. Okay. Washington can be a little funny sometimes. Hey, it's Dunkirk Q.
はじめまして指揮官
Sorry, Dunkirk. I didn't mean it.
自由アイリス教国
We get
枢
Richelieu.
機卿のリシュリューです自由です
Okay.
あなただったのね
Grievous. That's hilarious. Okay. Not bad. We got all 4 in 5 10 pulls. That is impressive. Okay. So I'm going to do my usual thing. And we're going to put all 4 into the dorm. That's 4 spaces. All the way down. That's cool. I've got 2 copies of Alsace now. Brennus, Bayern. Fleury. Yep, that's all of them. Alright. What are you doing? Brennus is a frickin' sword. Alright, what are these 2 gonna do? She throws around cards. Okay. Okay. Nope. Iron just disappeared. Okay. You deserve to be on that then. Alright. So. Ooh. Alsace likes being in the pool. Action. Oh, now she's getting kicked out of the jacuzzi. Brennus is kind of embarrassed about being in the pool. She looks cozy over there. And she's riding her horse. Neat. You're just chilling. Yeah, bath doesn't do anything for you. You're just chilling on the couch. You're playing the violin on the dance floor. Okay. Ooh, Florette's kind of embarrassed. Just puts her hands in the air. Oh, she likes that though. Alright. Out of the way. Look at the tongue. Okay, cute. And she looks pretty happy there, waving her cards around on the dance floor. Alright.
気分転換をご希望なのですね。
Oh, let's get them training. Shame they ended the 10 skills a day. And I've got a lot of girls all trained up. Get the correct Alsace. Oops, too far. Well, as well as we'll do Granus. Oh, Metagirl's train differently. I gotta activate her skills. Okay. Suppose we'll train Fleuret next. Yeah, let's go to the Meta Lab and get Byron going. Max out her stats. Okay, so that'll get her skills going. Now, next thing I typically do.
Maintenance 完了。感情モジュール正常。正常じゃない。指揮官って最近アルダスの感情モジュールを爆発寸前までオーバーヒートさせすぎだよ。
Overheat. We make her overheat. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna power level her right up to 100. We're going to limit breaker. 2, 4, 6, 5. This is stupid. They're rainbow bullets. I shouldn't have to.
この力でアルザス、憧れの君へといくらか近づくことができれば。
Gonna go all out with her lance. Okay. I'm swear they're getting better and better with these chibis. 3, 9, 5, 7, 2.
強くなった。
And finally, 388708.
強くなった。
Max limit broken. All right. Time for some French girl action. Alright. Oh, who have I trained? Forbin's almost there. Lamar's high enough to use. Gilberton. Cure Saint. Oh, I suppose I could do Forbin, Cure Saint, and Emile Breton. That would work.
Maintenance 完了。感情モジュール正常。
Alright.
正常じゃない。
That should be good.
指揮官って最近アルダスの感情モジュールを、爆発寸前までオーバーヒートさせすぎだよ。
Alright, you get a preload, so I'm not even going to bother giving you a high performance radar. White shell, black shell it is. You don't need that anymore. Alright, that should be a decent starting loadout. What are you doing in?
指揮官、ちょうどいいところに私の自主練に付き合っていただけないでしょうか。
And they're French girls, so I've got to put the French DD guns on them. Just because. And traditionally, I do a lunchbox and a torpedo. And French girls concentrate more on their guns, so let's put swords.
祈りは夜明け前、日の出、朝から昼に数時間ごと、夕方に就寝前、8回ぐらいでしょうか。
And same thing, lunchbox torpedo. Yeah, Subarashi. Borrow those from Boise. We'll give her a spreading quad, just to put her on a different timer than the rest of the girls. And she's gonna have better AA, so let's use one of these. Yeah, actually. Steal yours. And light cruiser, so she gets a washing machine and HP gear. crossbow, and that should be good. Yeah. And now we need to switch Alsace out of the dorm after I just put her in the dorm. Alright. Let's toss you back in there for now, I suppose. And scroll down. Where are my girls? 2, 3, 4. There. Now they're all saving mood. And was there one last thing I needed to do? Oh yes! We had a retrofit, and since I saved so much coin, so I only needed 5 temples, let's retrofit her.
指揮官に言われた通り、今日はこの子の調子がいいな。よければもう一曲だけ弾かせてもらってもいいか。お前の呼びかけに応じて、より強く、より凄まじく、より完璧な姿で戻ってきた。さあ、指示を。コロラドはビッグセブンの名において、お前を阻むすべてを一掃しよ
Very
う。
cool. Any comments? Very gothic. Okay. It's the new chibi. I like the new chibi. It's her mask on. It's kind of chills there. She's gaining power, and she takes her mask off. Okay.
指揮官がいてくれるおかげで、戦闘中に己を
Oh
見
wait,
失わず
yeah,
に
I've
済む。
got to do one last thing.
お前が言ってた未来に、
Oh, I wanted to look at that. Where'd you go? Colorado.
指揮官がいてくれるおかげで、戦闘中に己を見失わずに済む。
The light of glory yet shines. Increases the ship's firepower and AA by... no, actually, let's look at the archive. Firepower and AA by 12%. If there are the BBs in your fleet, further increases firepower and accuracy by 12%. Wow. 24% firepower buff and 12% accuracy buff? Impressive. Most impressive. When the HP of any other ship, any other BB in your fleet falls below 40% as well as damage taken, deploys a barrier that can negate up to 15% of her max HP. It increases her firepower by 10%. Very cool. Very cool. Huh. Interesting. That might be useful in PvP. Neat.
指揮官がいてくれるおかげで、戦闘中に己を見失わずに済む。お前が
And
言っ
this
て
got
た
buffed
未
to
来に、
70%. Nice.
ずっと興味が。
Oh, and if
よければ
another ship falls
今
below
日もいろいろ
50%, it does
教
it
えてくれな
again.
いか。
Neat. And it's its own barrage, so it's probably got a new animation. We'll have to try her out at some point. Oh. And I think I need to enhance Alsace.
メンテナンス完了。感情モジュール強くなった。この力で
Speed her all those common girls that we
この力で
pulled.
アルザス
Okay. That done. Last thing I need to do is clear all the chaff out of my dock. back up to 684. Wow, clearing out the Medish girls really helped. Okay, I need to take a quick AFK. I will be right back.
未確認の任務報酬があるようですね。いいでしょう。あえて受け取らずに眺めるのも酒の魚になりますね。Alright, I am back. Oh, and that reminds me. Let's set the new UR girl as my secretary. There you are. Perfect. Aha! Well, she's quite radiant. What was that?
メンテナンス完了。指揮官、これは？君を守りしアイリスの尊き刃、戦艦アルザスが参上した。どう、指揮官？罪は君のその姿に恐れをなし、息を潜んだと見える。指揮官、アルザスのボディの検査に協力してくれるか？
And they did something weird with the text box.
アルザスが監視する。
No.
アルザスは守護す。アルザスは君の命令を待っている。アルザスが監視する。
Well,
アルザスは
I
守護
was
す
playing
る。
around with it and was able to fix it in a couple places, but obviously I can't right now. Not gonna worry about it. I don't know if I like the stompy stompy. Oh well. Moving on. Time for the event itself. You know, assistant, I mean commander, I'm pretty scared to death. So much so I don't even want to think about it. The thing that scares me the most is suddenly dropping dead. Just everything coming to a rough end while your mind is still full of thoughts from yesterday and hopes for tomorrow. So if I had to die, I'd want to do it on my own terms. I'd want to decide when, where, and how. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as brave as you are. You don't come to terms with your own death just like that. It takes time. But when death takes me, don't mourn for me. Because when death comes, I'll be ready and waiting. When my soul passes on, my aspirations also pass on. To you. What? I have too many of those for you to possibly shoulder? I know you're just trying to lift the mood with a joke, but I'm serious here. You really don't think you can do it without my help? You're asking an awful lot from someone who'll be dead. But alright, I'll do what I can. Everything I've worked for, I leave to you. My dreams, my path, and everything I've protected. Light of the Martyrium. Okay, I wonder who that was speaking. I step through the door in that white space. A blinding whiteness appears and fades, then replaced by a soft light. Next, an overpowering feeling of fatigue hits me, nearly making me fall to the floor. I look around. I'm back at the Orthodoxy conference venue. Only now it is dark outside. That's odd. Every other time I've talked to Helen in that space, only an instant would pass in reality, no matter how long we spoke. This time it feels like time has been flowing normally in reality. Maybe that's why I feel so tired. I must have been standing here for ages. I'm still concerned about the source of the jamming, but I won't be able to get anything done if I don't clear my head. There you are, mysterious assistant. You're late. I've been waiting ages for you. I open the door of the guest room and find a dimly lit room with a hooded girl inside. She's lying on the bed, rhythmically hitting a pillow with an open palm. You're the slowest slowpoke who've ever slowed. What took you so long to leave the venue? Who in the world? Who are you? I'm Miss D. Who in the world? How'd you get in here? I walked in. Your security's so lax I didn't need to sneak or anything. Who in the world? What's going on here? What does it look like? I am waiting for you. Oh, by the way, I found a security hole of yours and fixed it. You should be thanking me. Someone was spying on you from extrastellar space. Bet you didn't know that, moron. Extrastellar space? And what do you mean spying on me? You talk about the space Helena created with the tower's power? Speaking of spying, this girl is in the guest room Helena mentioned. She also knows about our communications. Oh boy. Her fixing the security hole caused the interference that trapped me in the virtual space, didn't it? Dots. Hey, what are they fixing? What? You ran late because my fix trapped you in there? I see how it is. Used as romantic dating spot. Sorry about that. Who in the world? The thing is, I only cut the connection path. I didn't mess with anything local. If you get in, why didn't you get out? I didn't know how. So you weren't able to. If you couldn't get out, why'd you go in? Dots. Wait, did you not go in by your own will? This is getting confusing. Forget it, you're here and that's what matters. I've waited long enough, so let's go already. What? Let's go whale hunting. What? Whales? What do they have to do with anything? I mean, I can't let myself be caught up in her flow. I need to get some answers out of her. By the way, who's the mysterious assistant you mentioned? You, duh. You were a toasted mysterious assistant. What? Wait, so she even knows about my future self? Everyone knows anything about that is only alluded to it in vague terms, but she just straight up and said it. Let's play along. I'm surprised everyone else has forgotten who I am. That's because they're stupid. They've forgotten me too. Look, enough Q&A. No more of that until we caught the whale. I'm not going to wait one more minute. We're leaving now. Without any warning, Miss D walks right up to me. Before I can get a word in, she musters an ungodly strength for her size and drags me outside. Okay. She leads me around the Irish city streets, pulling me by the sleeve of my uniform. I'm following her willingly because, despite my first impression, I don't sense any ill intent from her. Also because I have to know who this girl is and what she wants with me. Time has come. The whale has met its match. La 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 la. This time for sure we're bringing home a catch. La 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 la. She's been in a good mood ever since we left the guest room. She sings a tune, skipping and jumping as she goes down the street. Passers-by should be turning in their heads at us, but they aren't, because they probably can't see her. It's strange, she's practically screaming for attention, yet nobody seems to notice. Sure, it's late, but people are still on the streets. Why isn't anyone looking our way? It's like no one can even see us. Go figure. Are you cloaking us? I'll clue you in after we've caught the whale. Okay. We keep walking until we arrive at a park far away from the main venue. The girl is still singing and skipping along without a care. I've got to ask, where are we going? To the Gate of Avalon. You talking about Scapa Flow? You know, I suggest we walk all the way over there, do you? If we have to. I'm afraid that's not quite practical, Miss D. However, Commander, rest assured that there is a better way to get there. Richelieu's sudden appearance leaves me speechless. Right, the train! Let's take Liz's train! Liz, what's this train you're talking about? And why are you here, Richelieu? I apologize for using such an unorthodox method of extracting you from the venue. But everyone has their eyes on you. Miss D here was the only person capable of sneaking you out undetected. Judging from how serious your tone is, this must be a matter of grave importance. This must be a highly sensitive topic, then, if you're not even able to discuss it in your own capital. Yes, no amount of precaution is excessive for what we have to talk about. After all, those who would seek to destroy our branch are everywhere, and we don't even know how many more lurk in the shadows. I did what? Allow me to cut to the chase. The Royal Navy and the Orthodoxy are currently preparing a joint operation. Not here, mind you. Our objective lies beyond our own branch. If we don't do something about it, it will one day have tremendous consequences for our world and everything we want to protect. And you want me to help? Correct. We need to move to a new location before we can tell you more. This place is not safe. Please come with me to Camelot's Gate and Scapa Flow. Queenie will give you all the details once we're there. I should state up front that Naval HQ has no idea about this operation and that it is extremely dangerous. You can decide whether or not you'd like to help after you've heard what Queen Elizabeth has to say. Should you decide to decline her request, I will see that you're brought back as soon as possible. I squint at Richelieu and make out two figures standing behind her, Belfast and Sheffield. Aha! Looks like the operation in Antarctica brought these factions closer than ever. I wonder what they've been discussing. I should ask about it later. Before you speak to Elizabeth, let me introduce you to your escorts. They will also be part of the operation. Richelieu makes a hand gesture and her Irish comrades step forth out of hiding. This one is Battleship Alsace, Sacrament of the Unified Orthodoxy, an unreachable dream, a guardian of the Holy See. She's happy. I'm Morgador, judge of the tribunal. I've been dying to show myself to you, hee hee. I am Brennus, a cruiser and a Templar knight, well met, swordbearer. Name's Fret, the Hardy-class destroyer. Nice meeting you, Commander. I'm Epee. Like Fleur said, nice to meet you. They have all been carefully chosen for their battlefield competence and ability to protect you. The tribunal may have a reputation for working behind the scenes, unlike those at the venue now, but I assure you, these ladies can be relied upon in a fight. Templar Knights, members of the Tribunal, and even Alsace. It's a small team, but their skill more than makes up for that. Clemenceau's cohorts are here, so you'd think she herself would be too. She probably decided to let Richelieu do the talking. Clemenceau would do that. I shoot a look at each member of the team, then turn my eyes back on Richelieu and the Royal Maids. Richelieu gives me a solemn look, waiting for an answer from me, while Belfast gives me a small nod. Then there's Sheffield. The look in her eyes screams, "Don't ask questions, just come with us." Queenie, Richelieu, and even Clemenceau are all on board with us. Moreover, their commitment to secrecy speaks volumes of the importance of whatever this is about. And there's this Miss D who knows what the future has in store. There's so much she could tell me. Most important of all, they need me. I have to hear what they have to say. Show me the way. Miss D waves her hands excitedly, and a train appears in the woods. Get in! We're going to Camelot to catch the whale! Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do Forbin, Kier Saint, and Emile Breton. Then, and the second fleet, I'll do my usual protection. Yorktown, UVH. Let's toss in Pegasus for some cross-fleet heals. Oh, Guam for more barrages, and finally Shimakaze for torpedoes. Yeah. And don't really care about cats, but to help them level faster, let's put Kid and Drake in there. Okay, let's go. We boarded the train, took off, running on invisible rails through the sky. Some time passes, and we finally arrive at the Mirror Sea in Scapa Flow. Scapa Flow, Anchorage, Camelot. By the gate. The train doors open and a stream of brilliant golden light fills my vision. Clock says it's early morning, yet this Mirror Sea is bathed in the light of the afternoon. Welcome to the Gate of Avalon, servant. The man-made singularity and a jumping point between branches. Impressive, no? This place, once merely Mirror Sea, has been turned into a gateway between worlds since the Royal Navy seized it. I've come to know it ever since Queenie sent me a detailed documentation following Compiler's defeat. Still, reading about something and seeing it in person are two very different things. It's an awe-inspiring structure. Just the reaction she hoped for. She? Yes, you're Queenie. She wanted to impress you in your first visit here, so she turned the lights way up. Oi! You're not supposed to say that! Say what? The truth? Bah, yes, I turned up the lights, but only to further demonstrate the importance of this operation. Oh, servant, I don't believe you've met before. This is Queenie Meta, as you can tell. She's the leader of her organization, is currently staying here as part of my reinforcements. Also, she introduced me and Miss D and brought in the train that you rode on. Greetings, Commander. We've been reserving you for the driver's seat. Were you both driving the train? No, we mean the royalty you're addressing now. We are the only ones capable of driving our Queen's light, so we had to go and pick you up personally. As much as we'd like to introduce ourselves beyond what your Queenie just said, this is simply not the time. Now, about the observing we did, we've deduced that you're in a similar state to Miss D. To put it succinctly, you are incomplete. What does that mean? Phrasing it like that doesn't explain anything. Come, servant, sit down. I know you have questions. Rest assured, I promised I'd explain everything you should know before you agreed to anything. What I'm about to tell you is top secret. Whether or not you agree to help, you must not let Naval HQ hear a word of it. You understand? Of course. Good. I just wanted to make it crystal clear. Before we go on, let me remind you of the information we previously shared. Recap. First, the enemies we call Sirens. They are man-made creations from the future whose true name is Antiochus. Technically, it's Anti-X, which stands for Artificial Navy Transformational Intelligence, Class X, in full. Their name suggests they are man-made weapons designed to fight against X, but it isn't clear what this X actually is. All we know is there is this greater threat out there, and currently, neither Antiochus nor the Ashes have any fundamental countermeasures against them. Second, Sirens are conducting experiments across many branches, ours included, designed to counteract X. The technology they possess allows them not only manipulate these experimental branches at will, but also dispose of them should they choose to do so. Whatever this X enemy is, it doesn't make the Sirens any less an existential threat to us, and we should still eliminate them. But therein lies the problem. Even if we defeat the Sirens and manage their power from our world, what are we to do about this looming threat? If we don't know how to fight it, our fate will be the same as though the Sirens had destroyed us all. So I came up with a plan. Yes, that's right. Surely you must have noticed on your way here that Miss D is indeed a Siren. My meta-self here has assessed that it's very likely she's one of Antiochus' high-level programs, despite her childish demeanor. Apparently, she is missing her rigging, the whale, as she calls it. Its absence has impaired her memory and restricted her computational resources. Ah, so this is why we're going whale hunting. She is incomplete, in other words. Think of what we could gain if we could make her complete again. Get an axe, records battles against it, perhaps even a way to stop it from invading. Indeed. Ever since we found Miss D, we've dispatched forces to try to capture this whale. So far, there's been no success, even if we got very close in our last attempt. A few days prior, Miss D picked up the whale's trail again, and we've been gearing up to go hunt for it again. She picks up the whale's trail only periodically, you see. Now we'll explain why we want your help. The whale Miss D wants to catch is in a location where a spatial impact event occurred. Both I and my meta counterpart believe that the whale is drawn to those. These spatial impact events often occur where battles are waged. What we want is your tactical expertise to catch the enemy unaware. This will significantly raise our chances of success. One additional detail, these spatial events are frequently observed during Wisdom Cube experiments as well. We trust that your exceptionally high cube affinity will allow you to deal with any unforeseen returns during the operation. Oh, and Misty raised a huge fuss over you. She insists that you aid us. Yes, she may look and act like a child, but she's still a siren. Her intuition is leaps and bounds better than ours. She's also very familiar with all those terms you picked up inside the reality lens. If my probing has yet to yield any useful information from her. Regardless, it's been established that what happens in the future leads to both the birth of the Ashes and the Antiochus. Speaking of which, we've learned that the Sirens call this particular feature the Alpha Timeline. As they are all linked, learning about the Alpha Timeline will lead to more knowledge about the Sirens and X. Don't give us that look. We aren't from the Alpha Timeline. Everyone we've met seems to be from the Alpha Timeline and is very tight-lipped about the branch they come from. They either don't want to talk about it, or they've lost their memories from that time. Like with the case of Renown and Repulse, who we found using our gate. Sometimes their accounts of the same event contradict each other, and they don't even realize until I point it out. This makes it nigh impossible to verify essentially anything about the Alpha Timeline. Convenient! But you, my servant, are different. It's very clear that Miss Dees will try to tell you something. I'm quite certain that you will make progress in your own investigation if we successfully capture that whale. This barrage of new information from the two Elizabeths comes as a shock to me. I am the best person to investigate the Alpha Timeline I saw in the reality lens. Enzo and Toast are both from that timeline. There's a good chance that Silver Fox I heard about is from there too. Hell, I probably am too, no matter if there were simulations constructed from memories or not. They clearly knew who I was. And I actually lost some of my memories, just like those metas. Timey-wimey bullshit! Well, looks like you finally started to piece together the puzzle of the ship girls' hulls. Only matching my records up by less than 1%, but this wavelength has to be yours. The fact that you're playing this recording is absolute proof that it's you. It also means that my very last gamble was successful. I know you, no matter when, where, or who you are. You could never abandon those girls. Making you the final failsafe was the right call. Wait, so that's what that recording of Anne Sealand said inside the virtual memory space meant. It seems a lot of the pieces just fell into place for you, judging by your reaction. I was right to put my faith in you, my servant. You will stop at nothing for us to keep for us ship girls and keep no secrets for yourself. You have helped us see through the Siren's web of lies foisted upon us by the Naval HQ and carved out a place for us in this world. It is thanks to you that all our factions stand together, united in our struggle against our unrelenting enemies. And when we come together, we can accomplish the impossible, like we did in Antarctica. Without you, we would have succumbed to distress and old grievances, and consequently fallen prey to the Gazers. But you managed to bring unlikely allies together in Soyuz and Bismarck, averting the crisis we faced. The Gazers are probably Axes, I'm guessing. You've been there every step of the way, which is why we can even talk about these plans and about the future. And if you'll join us for this operation, I will gladly tell you everything I know and help you in any way I can. What do you say, Commander? It's risky. It's also a golden opportunity we cannot afford to pass on. All the more reason for me to get involved. Hee, what a brave soul. See, told you my servant was up for the task. I've got a question. Won't there be bedlam over me suddenly disappearing from the venue? I've already planned for that eventuality. Rishu and I will come up with something to quell suspicions for long enough to accomplish the mission. For that reason, we will be accompanying you, Commander. The train requires a Queenie to stabilize the conceptual defense. Of course you get to go. I don't buy your excuse that it needs one of us, but I can't argue with it either. But I digress. In short, Richelieu and I will stay behind and cover for you. The story I'm thinking we'll run with is that Her Majesty here is paying for a sudden visit to the venue, and so you, as her servant, are busy tending to her whims for a few days. We won't need that much time. We'll be done and back in a day or two at most. Elizabeth, I told you you're not coming along. No man can come, not a single one. Yes, we know. You're quite insistent on employing ship girls from this timeline rather than ours. Whether you like it or not, we have to drive the train. All right, me driver, fine. You can come, but watch yourself. Whatever you say. I can vouch for these girls. They will risk their own lives to protect you if need be. Good. Not metas are better. They're handy. Our force would be much stronger with some of Elizabeth's meta subordinates, strategically speaking. Why does Miss D not want any metas along? Are they somehow a liability for this operation? I'd ask, but I doubt I'll get a straight answer from her until we catch her whale. So, what now? Do we board the Queen's Light and jump to a new branch? While Queen's Light would be ample for this mission, we will instead travel to our destination via Camelot. It's safer to have a two-way program in case backup is required. It also guarantees we have a way home. There's the risk of sirens or that Bonhomme Richard is pursuing us, but if it comes to that, the new and improved gate in our train can easily hop from branch to branch. Any last questions before our departure? None that I can think of. Good, then let us get ready to leave. You do that. I'm off to the Orthodoxy in the meantime. Enjoy your whale hunt and try not to die. Elizabeth gets up and leaves, taking Belfast and Sheffy with her. I thought for sure she'd make us bring along one of the royal maids. Hope that's a sign of her trusting Richelieu so much she'll leave this mission entirely to her. Ladies, upon the name of the guiding Iris, remember your oaths and guard the commander at any cost. For as long as this one heart beats, one shall be guarding the sword that protects the commander from all who wish to do harm. And I will do the Holy See's bidding, for I am an angel of the tribunal. May the Iris be with you all. Commander, take this. It's a communicator modified and improved by the tribunal. I've been told it's more advanced than the ones from the Legal Union. It ensures a more stable, better encrypted connection. The others have all gotten one too. You'll be able to issue commands to them remotely like normal. You know, the tribunal's chipping in for this mission, eh? I hope it'll protect against strong jamming, since I still can't get in touch with Helena as a backup. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. May the luck and the Holy Iris be with you, Commander. After those words of farewell, Richelieu also takes her leave from Camelot. Thank God, I hate voicing Richelieu. She talks so much. Soon after, the gold rings above the castle come to life. Queenie's pretty annoying to voice all the time too. All right, let's go catch a whale. All right. Alsace's chibi's neat. She's riding a horse. Unfortunately, Alsace doesn't seem to do that annoying thing where each shot gets a time pause.
グリッドレイ政務を完遂した。アルザス、しかるべき場所へと帰還する。見届けよ。奇跡の権限を。
This is why French ships make great ships to do events with. Just blast out the elites in no time.
オマハ級政務を完遂した。アルザス。 愛する全てを守るために。
裁きは来たる。
聖なる輝きをこれでこうです。聖武を完遂した。
That's good. She's pretty much guaranteed to take MVP each time. That will help leveling her go a lot faster.
聖なる輝きをここ
Yeah,
に。
between Alsace and Svetsky Soyuz, I think they just put Valiant out of it, Vanguard out of a job.
聖武を完遂した。
The ring of light rotates, and the world around us begins to change. The jump between branches has begun, and yet the courtyard of Camelot doesn't show any signs of motion. The gate can travel in two different ways. One is to jump from mirror C to mirror C, the other is to designate coordinates for direct travel. When traveling directly to coordinates, one must handle the impact of the target branch, the spatial impact of them. It seems that one accomplishes that through an energy barrier created by the three rings. Our compliments to whoever built this. The foundation is well designed, with ample attention paid to flexibility and comfort alike. Now, to keep my malicious actors from trailing us, I'll be taking a detour at 10. 3 hours until we reach our target branch. Have a spot of tea while we wait. Your Queenie's maids made it before our departure. We will have to drink elsewhere. Don't mind us. Go, relax. Okay. Hey, it's a tea party. The tea and snacks are ready. I taste tested them. They're sweet and have a nice texture. And of course, I tasted no poison. Phew, these Royal Navy sweets never cease to amaze. It's crazy how you have such great sweets, but the rest of your food is bad. No, not time for that. Eat up, everyone. It's hot and fresh. Don't be shy, Commander. This one shall ingest coolant instead of iced tea. Coolant? Oh, right. You need to cool your modules like Gascan does. That's right. Gascan is acknowledged as a powerful supportive ally. Whoa, 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 whoa. Epe, what's wrong? Did you see something in the sweets? No, but I'm just worried I'll drop my tray. It's happened a million times by now. Whoa. Wait, didn't you say you struggle with controlling your strength? What if I fed you? Commander, that can't possibly be okay. If Epi won't take you up on it, I will. My mouth is open and waiting, Commander. This one wants to eat too. Me too, feed me! Despite the momentary ruckus, we managed to enjoy a relatively relaxed tea time together. Say, where's Mogador? I haven't seen her in a while, and that's probably trouble. The way she dresses isn't appropriate for tea parties. Mogador should be on guard, same as I. Her post is in the tower over yonder. I look in the direction Brendis is pointing to. There I see a vague silhouette. Yeah, that's not proper dress for a tea party. Is there anything we can do about her? This is apparently a quirk of hers. Unfortunately, it comes with the work environment. I don't think that's within our power to help. We can simply leave her share of sweets for her to collect later. I guess that's all we can do. 3 hours pass in the blink of an eye. The tea party has helped me get to know our new Iris friends. While we all clean up Ms. D, who had spent much of the time lying on the grass after trying herself out, suddenly springs to her feet. Well, I can practically smell it. It's close, so very close. Queenie, get the train. I'm bagging me a whale. Whale hunting is confirmed as the objective of this journey. This one cannot see or pinpoint the coordinates of said whale. I have no idea what happened either. This is weird. Where's the whale? Is it hiding? How the hell to activate that? The automatic defense system's exceeded its call limit. Hey, you damn whale, show yourself already. Whale, come on, come on, come on. Steve screams angrily into the empty sky. And then something starts to show itself. First was a slight spatial fluctuation outside the gate's rings. And there's a big whale in the sky. Immediately afterward, a whale emerges from space not far beyond the outermost ring. Is that the whale we're trying to catch? It's huge. Judging from its apparent size and the distance between us, it must be between 1,100 and 1,300 meters long. Huge is an understatement. Yeah, that's my whale right there. Queenie, get off your bum and let's go catch that whale. Dots. I got a question. Does that whale respond to your voice to begin with? Great if so, but if not... the whale's turning towards us. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh no, Elizabeth, activate your air defenses. First ring, deploy active defenses. Dazzling golden light rushes through the gate's defensive barrier for a moment. The whale's energy blast is halted, left as nothing but ripples on the surface. It attacked us! How? We didn't even attack it! Why would it activate its automatic defenses? Hell, why is it attacking me in the first place? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Realizing that its attack was futile, the whale shakes its head slightly. Without even glancing at Misty, it disappears into the spatial fluctuations it had come from. Whale, my whale! Why? You think it's going to try and ambush us? Maybe so. We found it strange ever since Hunter's team last tried to catch it. When it was cornered, it suddenly showed an unexpected intelligence and weapons we'd never seen before. Lies! That can't be true. Well, the answer's only to me. Only I can control it. Yes, yes, we can see the truth for ourselves before long. For now, focus on finding out where that whale went and how to drag it out of hiding. Okay, let's go ahead and go for the full clear.
少年、政務を完遂した。見届けよ。奇跡の権限だ。
Well, looks like we have Azur well in hand.
政務を完遂したアルザス。見届けよ、これで奇跡の権限を。
Yeah, Alsace is going to make getting through these levels a breeze.
聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。グリッドレイ政務を完遂したアルザス。
Alright, what do we got? Ooh. What are you doing down here? Sneaky, sneaky.
愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たね。聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。政務を完遂したアルザス。
Alright, let's go take out that last small node.
「愛するすべてを守るために」。裁きは来たね。
Alright, so there's a beam of light that comes down on top of her target. Neat. Yeah, Alsace is gonna be frickin' strong.
政務を完遂した。見届けよ、これで奇跡の権限を。裁きは来たね。
I'm thinking her and Mogador are probably going to be a pretty good team to pair with each other. Hey, it's a whale. Looks a little busted up, though.
聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。
Kaboom!
知恵、政務を完遂した。
For the time being, we decided to observe. We decided to observe for any more spatial fluctuations, distortion caused by enormous energy sources. So, Commander, you think it decided to be careful because its ambush failed? And it'll show up again if we make ourselves look defenseless? That makes sense, but using yourself as bait just sounds too dangerous. Swordbearer, I agree that patience is key. We still don't know what the extent of the whale's power is. If we show weakness, it may prove fatal. Trying to be taken advantage of is one thing, but by the enemy? No way! Whale's goal is to avoid capture, not kill us, right? What if it just hides until we leave? Then what do we do? What the whale is so quick to flee because that recent spatial impact event? Fighting sirens causes spatial impact events, as I recall. That leads to spatial fluctuations? Right, this whole operation began with the idea that the whale is drawn to spatial impact events. If this place is subjected to the same influence, the spatial impact event must have been severe. These coordinates have been an experimental field where sirens fought or something. There's nothing here. The spatial impact was so intense that it wiped the whole area out of existence. Basically, the concept erased from matter returned to another dimension, causing space to fold in on itself and create a special area in that dimension. Oh my god, whoever wrote this loved their word salad and technobabble. For example, the sea where the whale swam. When the sea disappeared, the whale followed the concept of that sea and disappeared from reality. But once it leaves the world of that concept, that's it. This was our mistake. What? If there's no physical foundation for it, just make another. Take a new foundation, anchor the concept to that. Easy peasy. If that well gets away now, there's no telling when I'll see it again. You're right about that. We're in trouble if it escapes into conceptual space again. At this rate, whoever is manipulating the whale now might just gain full control of it. In the worst case, this might be our final whale hunt. I told you! Nobody but me can control the whale. When I say you can't, I mean you can't. What if that person was you? You Antiochus can still operate even when you're incomplete. What if the one controlling the whale is another Misty? Damn, that's actually really possible! I am such a moron, I'm gonna get my whale stolen away by me! I'm glad that you understand the gravity of the situation. Thank you, Commander. This one is sorry that you had to calm down the two of them. But one still doesn't understand how we're meant to drag that whale out of hiding. That makes two of us. I could certainly use more explanation. I don't get any of it. Me either. Likewise, Swordbearer. I feel like I kind of got it, but I don't know. It's too complicated for us to explain right now, but you don't need to understand the principles. However, you have hit upon a way to drag the whale out of hiding. It's dangerous, though. Our original plan was to snatch up the whale while the Antiochus were busy fighting their enemy. But the situation implies that their enemy is alive and well, and they aren't hostile towards the whale. In other words, if we try to drag out the whale, we may be forced to fight two factions at once. A head-on fight would be hopeless. So the plan is for Alvi to return to the beta timeline. Misty and I will figure things out there. The assistant can't leave. What? I don't know why, but I know that. We've put up with you for long enough, but our patience is wearing thin. If you don't give us a proper reason already, we're taking our servant back home. Boo! No means no! Back me up, assistant. I'll protect you. Just don't leave me. That's enough. We promised the other Elizabeth that her servant would be returned safe from harm. No! Calm down. Servant, do you have something you'd like to add? Assistant! In my opinion, we have too little time wasted arguing. I came here well aware of the risks of this operation. If safety is really our top priority, then now's our chance to give up and go home. Besides, there's something I want to look into. Beyond the whale, I can't let slip an opportunity to learn about the Antiochus and the Alpha timeline. As commander, I have joined countless battles. Every time we faced more danger together, we overcame it. I trust in the people who protect me, and in return, I want you all to trust in my resolve. Yeah, there you go. I'll keep you safe, mysterious assistant. If you say so, Commander, then this one is resolved to fight. I won't let anyone lay a finger on you, Commander. I have friends and allies here. Let's think of a countermeasure first before we do anything drastic. If Misty is willing to ally with us, then we might be able to get Helena's help. I haven't received any word from her at all from her since I left the venue. But I know her. Even if our communication lines have recovered, she won't contact me until absolutely necessary. Anyway, I can discuss this with everyone another time. Your composure betrays a lack of understanding, Commander. Even if we don't want to fight an enemy that can cause... Even we don't want to fight an enemy that can cause such an enormous spatial impact event. Is it military power that scares you, or the power of the concept? Both. Do you not believe us? We trust the Commander, and the Commander trusts you, so... Alright then, seems you're not withdrawing. As for how to make a foundation and ground a concept and drag out the whale, the beta timeline had concept anchors that they used, yes, in that case. Elizabeth, train! Use one of the train cars! Must we really? Of course, the Queen's Light is strong and dense enough. That's perfect for turning individual space into a foundation. But her precious carriage! It looks like she doesn't want to part with this train carriage. It must have taken an astronomical effort to build. And we catch the whale, you can just turn it back into a train car. Fine! Now what concept will we use to manifest the whale? Perhaps a bridge? We'll come with a river, giving the whale room to swim. If it escapes, we can cross in it to give chase. I don't like this. It'll just be leaving everyone behind again. Hold on a second. Let's get something straight. The whale entered a separate folded space. That's why we can't access it from the physical world. So we need a concept anchor in order to drag it out to our world. To do this, we use your Mirror C train card tech to change a condensed space with the concept of train into a different concept, making it into a different space. If that concept can connect to the space where the whale is, the whale can be manifested here. And then we capture it before it can escape. Are we straight on that? Wow, what a fruitful analysis. That's more or less correct. Now, Commander, what do you think of the concept? What's likely to connect us to the space the whale's in? How about doors? Maybe we can go through it and go into the whale. There are doors in all the imaginary spaces connected to the Arbiters, to the Alpha timeline too. I've already been to those spaces several times already. The Commander knows about the doors too? Nah. Door and bridge are both wrong. It's death. Only death can capture the whale. What? Death, huh? Is that what the D in Miss D means? Death is a tarot card too. Is she related to the Arbiters? Are you willing to stake our lives on a word that came so easily? I trust her. It's a little violent, but Miss D knows the whale more than the rest of us combined. The Commander accepted the concept of death so quickly. It was even faster than this one's analysis module. The Sword Bearer knows more than us. Now is the time to trust our leader's judgment. I like letting the Commander toy with me. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Anchoring the concept of death means, well, we'll have to imagine it. We will operate the train, so it follows that we shall... No metas! Okay, then let me... No assistant either. If you like the concept, then stay away from it. I'll pick one of the Irish ship girls. That's for the best. Alsace, you do it! Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. This one should imagine a concept. Knowledge on how to do it does not exist in this one's memory logs. What now? Don't worry, it's easy. We'll teach you right now. First, relax. Alsace, relax. Alsace, don't be nervous. Motion module still running, reducing speed of relaxation below expected value. Alsace, standby mode. Understood. Entering standby mode. Whoa. Ahem, that will do. Now imagine the concept of death. Not the moment of someone's death, but the manifestation of death. A place emblematic of it. Envision that. The concept of death. A manifested place. Images. Imagination. Keep doing that. More specific, the better. Everyone, get on the train. It's almost time to ride. Okay. Things are getting weird. And lots and lots and lots of technobabble.
見届けよ。奇跡の権限を。ごきげんよう。政務を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれ。
Oh, I love how fast Elsace takes out the elites.
政務を完遂した。見届けよ。これで奇跡の権限を。裁きは来たれ。 政務を完遂した。見届けよ。奇跡の権限を。裁きは来たれ。 これでどうです。聖なる輝きをここに。政務を完遂した。
There we go. And we've 3-starred it. Awesome. Let's take out this whale a second time.
愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれ。 これでどうです。聖なる輝きをここに。
Perfect.
政務を完遂した。
We camouflaged the door and Camelot before boarding the Queen's Light. Boundless stars shine outside the window. But our destination isn't the distant sea of stars, it's absolute nothingness. We're almost there. I'll say, so you ready? Maybe. Let this one prepare a little longer. Don't worry, relax and leave it all to us. Time stops. Everything in the carriage halts. Even sound is snuffed out. Elizabeth alone begins to slowly move. One step at a time, leaving faint after images behind her. She stops for a moment in front of Alsace. Then she walks right through her. Instantly, after, time flows anew. The after images left behind Elizabeth flow through Alsace and melt into their owner. Our inspection is complete. Well done. You can stop imagining it now. It's over already? Nothing is in this one's memory region. You did great. It's a shock that someone can construct the concept of death so well. Eek! That was like a horror movie brought to life. Elizabeth was just transported behind Alsace like some kind of ghost. I didn't see anything. Nothing at all. What awesome speed. Even I couldn't keep sight of her. Cool, right? After you catch that whale, I'll be even cooler. Did nobody else see what just happened? Actually passing through a target so fast that you leave after images. I remember the Arbiter we fought in the Mediterranean doing the same thing. She called that inspection? I'll ask Helena about that. So, did it work or what? Nothing looks any different outside. Yeah, it's all dark and empty. The train hasn't begun its transformation yet. Honestly, maybe we ought to use another car for the foundation for the concept of this lovely view. Concept conversion car 7. Become the foundation of death, anchor the unseeable, and manifest its form. Okay. Martyrium, C2. Light erupts from the empty blackness. Then golden arches and a pearly white road appear. A circular city emerges from nothingness to everyone's amazement. It's beautiful. Like a mirror sea, a compressed space has been freed, birthing an entire city based on a concept. All this from an object the size of only a train car. It is truly awe-inspiring. Wow, I've never seen anything like this before. This must be how Byron manipulates space using reality anchors. Reality anchors? Where are those? Reality stabilizing technology used in basilicas all the time. As their name suggests, they can anchor all kinds of concepts. In the city's case, the concept of death. Byron would be so excited if she could see this. Shame she's not here. This doesn't really feel like a city based on the idea of death, though. It more brings to mind images of brilliance and holiness. It's down to interpretation. Is this how Alsace views death? Alsace? Does this city have, like, a name? Not this one knows of. A splendid structure of gold and marble to commemorate death. This brings to mind an idea. The Martyrium. How does that sound for a name? Martyrium. A shrine built atop a grave, yes? What approves of this idea? It's a good name. Let's call it that. While you likely aren't conscious of it, it's good to name things according to your concept of them. If the others accept the concept, then never mind then. A small problem's crept up. We're unable to anchor the concept properly. The space of the whale is occupying won't fully manifest in reality. Our spatial impact event was strong, but the amount of data within the folded space is simply mind-boggling. Even a whole train car could only unfold this much. Shaking! It's the whale! With a booming rumble, the whale suddenly appears in the sky above the Martyrium. The whale! My whale is here! Oh, so that was still all it took to lure it out. Queenie, start the train! We gotta catch the whale! Don't be so hasty. The Martyrium is a standalone space akin to a mirror's sea. You cannot catch the whale without entering the space. Then do it! Go to the city! Start the train now! You can be such a pest. Fine, starting the engine now. Wait, whale isn't alone. What do you mean? There are others? Metas, to be precise, 2 groups, one of which is uncamouflaged, Wichita and Kimberly. Judging by this duo, it's the Ashes. Even all the way out here, we're still running into them. One of our own is working with them, Friedrich. Maybe we can ask them about Enterprise or Hiryu. The other group is camouflaged. We can't identify them at this range. Well, we know about the whale, so they're most likely here to investigate the spatial impact event. As if we didn't already have enough to deal with. They will know about the whale as soon as they look up. Start the damn train already, or they'll get to it first. Stop rushing us! Furthermore, we don't know who we're up against. Rushing in blindly will be our death. For now, everyone will stay put inside the train. We shall go and scope things out. The Queen's light anti-conceptual defenses are impregnable. You'll be safe here while we're out. Commander, I've heard you're an excellent babysitter. Watch this sassy child in our absence. Make sure she doesn't run off. You got it. Now why would I run away from the assistant? Just go and come back quick. Okay. Sometime earlier. Is this it, Kimberly? Where were we at the origin point of the spatial distortion? Wow. I haven't seen a high-res image of this. Wichita meta looks badass. Soon, we're close. It's strange, though. There are no wreckages to be seen here. According to the theory, there should be loads of them. I have not seen anything for that matter. This whole branch has literally been erased. There's only one explanation. The impact released so much energy that the space completely lost stability. It wiped away the real-world foundation of the entire branch and the test site with it, folding it into a higher dimension. It would explain why we can't see a squat from outside. Simple, just cause another spatial impact to create a pathway. My thoughts exactly. Good thing I have a machine that can do just that. Lead the way. I've got real fireworks to show you. As the two ashes were drafting the plan, they saw the light of the Martyrium on the horizon. Vichya? I see it. Someone rebuilt the foundation with a conceptual anchor, unfolding the space. Guess that's one way of doing it. Whoever did it is hiding themselves. They're doing damn well too. My raiders got nothing. Forget about that city though. See the whale in the sky? You recognize it? Arbiter 13. Death. She's here. Maybe you need to do the same thing as we are. Either way, let's hurry. We gotta kill the target first, or we'll have wasted our time coming here. And ignore whoever rebuilt the foundation? Don't give a damn. We'll find them sooner or later. If they're friendly, we'll talk it out. If they're not, we'll duke it out. Either way, they're not stopping us. Alright, so Miss D is Arbiter 13, Death. Neat. Hey, it's Glowworm. Actually, Death's Bridge. This bridge has been activated during battle. Death's Bridge will launch supporting attacks against your fleet. Uh-oh. Martyrium with Death, Concept of Death. Whenever a ship or fleet gets all of her stats increase. Ooh, neat.
政務を完遂した。アルザス。
Alright. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Well, we just got here and we're already seeing a spectacle. A conceptual anchor, impressive. Do you have any guesses as to whose double? Single clue. They perfectly concealed themselves. All I know is that they smell like they're from the test site beta. You mean the branch you were pounding at ran into big trouble? Interesting. How can you tell? Arbiters have their secrets too. Fine. And the whale flying in the sky? What the hell is that about? What? You don't know? The things I don't know could fill your old database. You realize I only just escaped that place, yes? For now, all I can see are glimpses of things. Ah, okay, I'll tell you. That thing is a huge deal. And I mean huge. You'll be set for life if you can capture it. Uh-huh. And you can tell me what it is or not? Nope. If you don't know, I'm not obligated to tell you. I'm not your mom. But I've heard that they're looking for it, and we'll grant a hefty reward for its return. Really? Gonna have to get my hands on it. No, wait. First I need to know the concept tied to that foundation. I will not be a fool and rushing blindly. You don't recognize the concept? I do. It's death. Dun dun dun. Oh cool, they're all concentrated here. Let's smash right through them all and do the full clear. Alright, let's just mow the rest down and beat the boss. Damn, girls, do something for the rest of them. Two more. And what's that barrage gonna look like once your skill gets level 10?
愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たる。政務を完遂した。
Alright. So what's this about?
見届けよ。奇跡の権限。裁きは来たる。
Death's Shadow. She's a destroyer. Okay. Kaboom!
ごきげんよう。政務を完遂した。
Mirror Rail. Queen's Light. Car 5. Present time. 15 minutes have passed since Queenie left the train. We who stayed behind are lounging around as we wait for her to return. Miss D threw a tantrum earlier, lasting 5 minutes. Now she's just sitting quietly in a corner. Meanwhile, some of us are idly gazing out the windows at the mysterious city. Building such a splendid city simply by picturing it. Can you imagine that? We are all blessed to have witnessed this. While we're here, we should take a picture. Hang on, let me find the camera. If you wish to record it for posterity, this one is already done, so I'm preparing to compile a report for the Cardinal. No, not for posterity, for us. I'm talking about taking a picture of it as a keepsake. One has questions about the practical purposes of doing so. It's to show other people and say, look, we were here. Like, we're the only ones who ever come here. They'll be so jelly when they see a picture of how pretty this place is. Uh-huh. Thought processor RPM is radically increasing. Floyd, please don't mess with her like that. I'm serious here. Don't you want to show a pic to Tem and Opie and see the looks on their faces? All I want is to go home and be alone. Oh, alrighty then. Brrr. What's wrong, Miss D? Miss D is huddled up in her little corner and started shaking like a leaf. Cold, so cold in here. Don't you feel it's freezing? Not really. One's body temperature remains stable. Should I get you a blanket? No, there's an intruder. Someone snuck aboard the train. That's why it's so cold. I'm freezing my butt off. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, I'm smelling something. It's not the commander. It's corrupt and damp, the stench of depressing death. One's olfactory system isn't detecting anything. Could it be the system's malfunctioning? I guess it's not strictly smell, more like an aura. I've worked as a tribunal judge for a long time, so I've developed a keen sense for these things. Did Elizabeth say that train's consumption defenses are impregnable? Although, if both you and Miss D sense something is wrong, I don't think that's coincidence. Nobody panic, alright? Let's contact Elizabeth before anything else. The assistant's right. Call her! Double check. There's no sign of any intruder. There is an intruder. They're getting closer and closer. They're only one car away. The barriers between them are useless. Help! Alright, we trust your intuition. What you don't understand is how this intruder could break in without leaving a single trace along the way. No matter. Gather everyone in a single car and we'll be right there. Incidentally, we identified the other group that arrived here. One of them is an Arbiter, the Devil 14. Surely you know all about her. The other, it seems, is a Meta. We haven't figured out who, though. Hang in there. We're coming. Devil. And a Meta is accompanying her? That's bad news. We need to assume a defensive formation. Commander, you asked to prepare a defense. Yeah, you can smell where the intruder's coming from, right? Sure can. Mogador points at the door connected to the next train car. I think this is the best strategy if it's me. I'll say some Brennis go to the next car and intercept the intruder, while the rest of you just stay here. On one hand, it divides our force. On the other, it gives them more room to fight and guarantees we have an escape route. Let's do that. Everyone else, keep an eye out for the enemy. But Queenie said we needed to be all in the same car. Whatevs.
見届けよ。奇跡の権限を。栄光をカードに。魂。聖武を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれる。あんたが聖武を完遂した。
Just with the group I have, I get a nice big movement window.
愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれる。
Man, Alsace hits hard.
聖なる輝きをここに。聖武を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれる。聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。
It's just like Alsace waves that lance and enemies disappear off the screen. It's the boss. We already insta-killed her. Damn. Down she goes.
オマハ級刑事。聖武を完遂した。
Level up Alsace. Alsace, Mogador, and Brennis leave the train car while the rest of us stay behind. Little by little, I can feel the approaching hostile presence become palpable. Commander! We've entered car 3 and I can see something. There's this black mist coiling around, and some kind of white thing floating in the car. Ooh boy, they have an intense presence. I see why Miss D was terrified now. If fear had smell, this place would reek of it. The sound of death drawing near. A quiet, yet intense noise. I'm going to temporarily deactivate my emotion module. That should make me, not afraid. Despite the considerable distance between us, the aura of death is clear as day. An inexpressible pressure leaks through the cracks of the door, acting on my body as though it were a physical thing. Fleur is ready for battle, but look at Epe trying to comfort D. Adding a damp, stench of overwhelming death. Yeah, Mogador, you hit the nail on the head with those words. I'm scared! I'm scared! No, 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 no! How'd something this so terrifying get inside the train? I'm not scared, I'm not scared, I'm not scared! My friends are here, so I'm not scared. Don't kill yourself, you're trembling as much as anyone else. I can't help it. I'm so scared I feel like I could die. Me too. Whatever's coming, it's bad. Bad! Don't know how long I can hold out against it, but I'm not giving up without a fight. Commander, fall back into car 6. I'll hold the line. This is getting dire. Hey, Commander, do we start attacking yet? I don't doubt their combat ability. It's just that we'll suffer serious casualties if we end up picking a fight with an Arbiter. What's the alternative? There are only so many cars left to retreat to. The enemy is countered car 4. They'll get the first strike in if we don't do something now. I look through the glass of the connecting door. There in car 4, I see it. Something floating in the air, covered in a black mist, coming straight towards us. It's coming right for us. Oh, it's the Arbiter Shadow. God damn it! Better do something than just sit here. Mogador, open. Wait, stop! Just before I can issue the order, Miss D jumps in front of me and interrupts me. I know now. I know who the intruder is. A faker. She's a faker. A faker. She's a stupid darn faker. Calm down. What do you mean faker? It's all her fault I couldn't catch the whale. And she only got this far because she's a faker. She didn't force her way inside the train. She imitated my whole concept and fooled her way in. She imitated your concept? So she's like the same as you? So if you're an Arbiter, that means that this enemy is 1, 2, but what's her name? Who cares about her name? What matters if you'll die if you fight me, and you'll die if you fight her? Get out of there, run! We cannot abandon the Swordbearer's mission. Furthermore, what solution is running away? If we can't stop her, we'll have to abandon the train entirely. That's what I'm saying. Screw the train and go to the Martyrium. No, you can't be serious. How could we even go there in the first place? One could materialize a rigging for you all to ride. However, the navigability of this space is highly uncertain. Without air, one's engines cannot run. Moreover, the commander will asphyxiate. Don't be dumb. I'm not talking about going out there. Martyrium is manifested using the 7th car, remember? It has to be connected to the 6th car. We'll go through the door and end up there. Come on. Get back here now. Wait, that's how it works? One's thought processor is beginning to overheat. That sounds like a stretch, but maybe she's right. There's no time to argue. Assistant, tell him to retreat now. Do it. If the car connects straight to the city, why didn't Elizabeth just use that route? Because she's a stupid moron and you're not. Fine. Fleury, go to car 4 and pick Alsace's team. We'll link up with car 6 and retreat through the door to the Martyrium. There we go. Run, everybody. Okay. Looks like we get to fight the whale now. Aura. Holding Miss D's hand, I step through the door into the 7th car. Suddenly, I am thrust into nothingness. My sense of time, space, and even self have become hazy. It's like a mighty force is pulling me apart. thought by thought, it feels like my mind is becoming one with this endless void. Have you ever thought about death? About what it means to these girls? Is it neither an end? It is neither an end, nor a release for them. Just as it feels like I'll disappear, a familiar voice speaks to me. For better or for worse, they will never truly die as long as they're remembered by people. Death, furthermore, is not a one-way trip for them as it is for us. Dead and living are no more states of being than states of being to them. Every time they live, every time they die, a little more information is simply added to their names. From a dialectic perspective, death is neither good nor bad for them. It's a neutral concept. Remember this, it's important. They form a collective of countless fragments of data until they are given individual bodies. It is possible to replicate the individual offshoots of this collective. I gave this power to death. Miss D? Hey, don't just stand there. That was Miss D's voice, but something's off. Is she not aware of what she just said? Hey, moron! Way to go getting separated and freaking everyone out. What? You thought I brought you here? No, obviously not. Why'd you even come here? You'll literally fall apart if you stay any longer. Take my hand, I'll get you out. Okay. I grab hold of Miss D's hand. The blank void vanishes with a snap, giving way to golden light. I stand in a city carved from marble, arches of gold spanning overhead. The scent of the Irish countryside fills the air, as does faint, serene cathedral music. This is the Martyrium. I made it. Thank heavens you're okay, Commander. You just disappeared on us, and I thought you were gone. Ha! You're naive. Nobody goes gone if I decide so. Another miracle to the Swordbearer's name. It's a relief that you're unharmed. Sorry if I scared you all. I just got a bit lost. A bit lost? You're the only one who did. You're such a moron. Such insolence. You know, once database say that those who call others morons are usually morons themselves. Sure, moron. I only call what'd she say? Sure, moron. I only call morons morons. Lies. One would never accept that the commander is a moron. What is this? The playground? Stop arguing like a pair of kids. They'll tire out eventually. More importantly, where'd the intruder go? I think we shook her off. I love getting off. I mean shaking off an enemy. She's such a degenerate. She's such a degenerate. It's great. Also, now we know the concepts that can ignore things like, you know, physical distance between 2 points in space. Technically, we're in a mirror C, so maybe that's how this miracle was possible. I wonder if the Siren's teleporters and an artificial log function in a similar vein. Whatever! The assistant isn't a moron. There, happy now? What has won this argument? Alsace triumphantly places her hands on her hips and basks in her strategic victory. Good, now Miss D, will that enemy come after us? That enemy? I hate how that sounds. She needs a name. Something like, I know, Death Shadow. Yeah, I don't care what she thinks. We're gonna call her that. This is another case of the importance of a concept. Okay, is Death Shadow gonna come after us? Anything I can do, she can do, which means, yeah, she will, unless she's a total moron. But forget about her. There's something more important. We've reached the Martyrium, remember? And what are we here to do? Catch the whale! Whale time! Misty points finger to the whale swimming through the sky as she jumps around ecstatically. But before we can catch the whale... What? The enemy breached train's defenses because their concepts are one and the same? That does explain why we couldn't detect an intrusion from far away. The fact that we can't detect her now likely means she moved elsewhere. We just got back inside the train. Needless to say, there's no trace of Death's Shadow to be found anywhere. Elizabeth, Miss D called you a moron earlier for not using the direct route through the Six Scars door. did she now? No sweets for her for a month. Why? Did you consider why we didn't use that route? Because it significantly raises the risk of a pursuer following us into the train. Oh. Yes, now you know. Stay put and we'll be here shortly. No, don't come here. You weren't supposed to be here to begin with. Come again? What? So what was your plan? To confront Devil without us? Nah, no confrontations. I'm gonna catch the whale and bail. We can't let it get away again. You gotta stay here and make the mirror see in the concept stable. Excuse me. Make it super duper stable, and it will be trapped here. Out of the question. We'll run out of resources if you make it any stabler. Or what? Are you seriously telling us to use another train car? You can always turn it back. If the whale gets away now, who knows if we'll ever catch it? So be it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, we suppose. I'm with Miss D on this. Please do it. Very well. We shall support you as best we can from the train. In the worst case scenario, we'll come and rescue you. Now off you go and enjoy the Martyrium. Yes, enjoy the City of Death. Great! You heard her, everybody. Let's go catch that whale. Miss D is cray.
見届けよ。奇跡の権限。政務を完遂したアルザス。見届けよ。奇跡の権限。
That one's a heavy cruiser, but annihilated. Okay. Let's just hammer right through everybody.
見届けよ。奇跡の権限。 聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。政務を完遂した。
Oh wait, I need to do the full clear on this.
「愛するすべてを守るために」 政務を完遂した。 見届けよ。奇跡の権限。
She practically clears her own waves. sure it's
政務を完遂した。
With Elizabeth's cooperation, our team starts heading toward the whale. At first, we walked until we realized that the clouds around us had identical properties to water, so the girls deployed the riggings. We should be able to reach the whale by traveling from cloud to cloud. Before we do that, though, there is an issue that needs to be resolved. Of course there is. Sniff, sniff. The commander was right. Somebody's up ahead. What? The one's sensors aren't detecting anything. I think they're using cloaking technology. Yeah, that's the Ash's modus operandi. Signals detected. They are approaching us from opposite directions, requesting orders. Considering our previous encounters, they probably just want to talk. Let's see if we can solve this with words. Stay on your guard, but don't fire the first shot. I'll try to reason with them. Yeah, reason. The Ashes acknowledge our non-hostile intent and turn off their cloaking devices, showing themselves. I'm Wichita. This is Kimberly. We're with the Ashes. You don't look the least bit surprised to see us. No, we knew you were here before we even set foot in the Martyrium. Set foot in the what now? Oh, you mean this place? You created it, didn't you? You could say that. I want to know who exactly. Which one of you did it? I'm afraid I can't tell you. Let's change the topic. What do you say to a ceasefire while we're here? Why? I know you're here, you and Arc Royal. I fought side by side with them. Friedrich from our timeline is also working with you. Ah, so you're the people from the test site Beta. Your test site Beta? That explains a lot. Yeah, all about you. You had a big battle a while back, didn't you? Big battle? Is she talking about the near superposition event? They know more than they let on. Assuming Friedrich has been feeding them intel, maybe I can get these two to agree to a temporary alliance. I appreciate what you've done for Friedrich. How's she been holding up? Just fine. She's working on something big back at her hideout. You sure seem to know a lot. I'm guessing you're the commander I've heard so much about. And the Flash. Figures. He was right. It's just seeing you back brings back fond memories. Know what I mean, Kimberly? Yes, I'm reminded too. A lot has changed since you and Enterprise met. Been making some odd decisions lately. Here, letting Friedrich in was one of them. Have to admit, though, she's been doing good. Tell you what, I'll bite. Who are you exactly? Good question. You're probably familiar with my future self, whereas I'm not. I'd like to know more. In fact, that's why I'm here, to find out more. I already told you who you are. You're the mysterious assistant. Never heard of a mysterious assistant before. Ring any bells, Kimberly? Not sure if I have any memories of such a person. They're buried deep. I'll ask Enterprise later back at the base. You there, the shorty. How do you know the assistant? I have a name. It's Miss D. Ah, sure ain't a name I heard before. You got something else to hide? None of your business. All you need to know is my name is Miss D. I don't trust that rat. She's obviously Dan Ampiakis. I bet she's a spy who's infiltrated the test site Beta. You're a spy. You hear that? She didn't deny being an Antiochus. She's an Arbiter 13, Death to be precise. Bullshit. I fought Death more times than I can remember, and that sure ain't her. See that whale in the sky? That's Death. Huh? You're a big fat moron. Fake or dupe, you moron. Call me a moron again, you're getting it, you little shit. Eek! She's just a kid, don't threaten her. Sure, she's a kid, and kids need to be put in their place. Anyway, if that half pint is with you people, that changes things. We'll leave the Antiochus alone as long as she doesn't mess with us. We've still got to do something about that spatial impact event, though. Just hope we won't have to fight each other over it. That's what you came here for, right? To measure it? In a way, our goal is to catch the whale. Getting the data on the event is just a side objective. Really, huh? We didn't know about the whale till we got here. Guessing you knew about it from the start. That thing is a giant database with fins, you know. Interesting. So what's your stance on working together on this? There's an Arbiter, the devil, somewhere in this place, and I don't think she's just a vessel. She's our enemy, and yours as well. Speak of the devil, as they say. Yeah, we detected her as soon as we stepped inside the Martyrium. But here's the thing, we work best alone. Best I can do is keep out of your hair as if you keep out of ours. I always forgot the ashes is filled with lone wolves. If that's how they want it. That's fine by me. Good luck on your task. Yeah, same to you. Alright, let's beat up on the rest of these.
Same 完遂した
Putting it on the right track.
愛するすべてを守るために 新たにあなた政務を完遂した 愛するすべてを守るために裁きは来たる グリッドレイキ政務を完遂した
Alright, one more to take out, then it's boss time.
愛するすべてを守るために裁きは来たる 政務を完遂した
Alright. While the girls fight the boss, I need to take another quick break. I will be right back.
愛するすべてを守るために裁きは来たる 聖なる輝きをこれでどうです 聖なる輝きをこれでどうです
Alright, I'm back. Looks like the girls had no problem with the boss.
アルザス、しかるべき場所へと帰還。
The Ashes and we go our separate ways, and we resume our climb towards the whale. However, we soon see that someone has gotten to the whale before both us and the Ashes. Kaboom! The whale is being attacked by what appears to be drones. It's a sizable swarm as well, assuming the form of a net to catch it. Oh, those things look familiar. Oh, I remember. They're the devil's drones. No! Devil, you big moron! Be gentle, you're gonna kill my whale! No, wait, it's gonna run away before anything else. See? It's already getting ready to leave. Wait, what? Great, the faker's gotten her hands on a new weapon. You know, surrounded by drones. Its body suddenly begins to glow blue. Every drone is touched by the light and swiftly loses control and falls to the ground. The whale then turns its dorsal fin and starts swimming for the Martyrium center at speed. It reaches the limit of the city's ring, touching the boundary. A spatial distortion occurs and the whale once more slips off into space. It got away! Damn it, it got away again. Elizabeth! Pick up, Elizabeth! Use your train to expand the Martyrium. Draw the whale towards us. Concept conversion. Car 6. Broaden the horizon of death. Materialize the unseeable. And manifest its form. Radiant light burst forth from the void once more. And the ring got bigger. Mercy's concept is reinforced. Expanding the Martyrium with a second ring. Furnished with gold and marble arches. Just like the first. There, in the air above the second ring, the whale appears again. The Martyrium grew even bigger and brighter than before. Let's see that whale try to run away now. Incredible. We've unfolded so much space, and yet there's still more. One wonders what terrifying creature caused such a massive spatial distortion. Doesn't matter. All that matters is it doesn't get away again. Can't let that happen a third time. We said we'd do it, remember? Believe us, we won't let it flee. Thank you! You're nice, Elizabeth. Come on, assistant. We gotta get back catching the whale. Now, though, there's no connecting path to the new ring. We weren't exactly built for jumping across clouds, so... Not that. You could anyway. Just like each train car is independent of the next, the rings are independent of each other. Remember how certain mirror seas have rules for entering or exiting them? These work in a similar way. In short, the method that worked on the first ring won't work on the second. We must find a new way inside. It's fine! The train cars are connected, so we'll go in the same way as we did last time. Just come with me and we'll get there. Don't worry about the conceptual rule. You should at least know the rules before we start ignoring them. What's the conceptual rule we're dealing with? What do you think? Death! Death is the whole shtick of this place, remember? Like I said, don't worry about it. Just come along! The whale isn't going to wait for us. Hurry, hurry! Okay, okay. Look at that wheat melt. Wow.
新たにあなた政務を完遂した。見届けよ。奇跡の権限。政務を完遂した。
Okay.
「見届けよ奇跡の権限を」政務を完遂した。
For a couple elites and an old SR retrofit, these three aren't doing too bad as the vanguard.
愛するすべてを守るために。政務を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。政務を完遂した。
Alright, boss time.
見届けよ奇跡の権限を。
Oh, well, there you are.
聖なる輝きをここに。
Wow, Alsace nearly finished her off entirely.
指揮官。政務を完遂した。
Okay. This should be it.
「愛するすべてを守るために」。政務を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。私はヨークター政務を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。 うです。聖なる輝きをここに。聖武を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれる。聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。聖武を完遂した。愛するすべてを守るために。裁きは来たれる。聖なる輝きをこれでどうです。オマハ級刑事。聖武を完遂した。
And time to knock this one out one last time.
見届けよ。これで奇跡の権限を。裁きは来たれる。
Question marks 13, aircraft carrier. Come out of hiding. There you are.
聖なる輝きをここに。
Well, she held up a little bit more to Alsace's barrage.
決闘はまたこれからです。
踊りましょう。
聖なる輝きを
Boom, there she
ここに。
goes.
ヘイ指揮官、ケントだよ。聖武を完遂した。アルザス。
Somewhere in the Martyrium. Kaboom. Impressive. I recover and reinforce my body more and more, and every time you knock me down regardless. You're no ordinary Ashes. You're two of its founding members, are you not? Inhibiting your fear of death and instantly reviving, and just a bunch of tricks. I've seen people like you do it a million times. I've seen how their minds deteriorate till they're just one step away from losing it completely. So how the hell have you kept your sanity? Just who the hell are you? Kaboom. Blathering away, even as you barrage me, you really are a seasoned warrior. Sadly for you, my secrets are staying with me. Look at that new ring. They've anchored twice now, including 2 mirror seas, and still that which is hidden hasn't been revealed. Whoever caused the spatial fluctuation wields unimaginable power. How I wish I could meet them. Kaboom. Down she goes. You must think you're real hot shit, looking away during a battle with the Ashes. I told ya, I've seen your tricks a million times. You think you're invincible? I'm not, and besides, death is only another way to the next destination. Haven't you realized what concept rules this space and what rules are woven through it? Ha ha ha, I haven't even thought about it until now. Been a long while since I met someone with your take on death. The Antiochus must really love Tessat Beta. It's not that I laugh in the face of death. Death is a prerequisite to entering the second mirror sea. Death is the concept that rules this space. It is where all living things end up. Moreover, the very concept of death has been redefined here. You literally cannot kill me, no matter what you do. I don't need to kill you. I could just tear you to shreds. Even if you won't die, your wounds ain't going anywhere, and you'll eventually run out of energy. Maybe I can't reduce you to dust. Or maybe I can. Only one way to find out. Kaboom. And down she goes. Your birth was never meant to be. Perish. Now you fancy yourselves the arbiters of who gets to be born, do you? Tell me, how many people have you killed? All those snolls stuffed out. Did those deaths get you what you wanted? Shut up. Every little rat like yourself is dead. Like yourself dead is one less problem for the universe. Don't think I don't know where your power comes from, who you're colluding with, and what you're planning. Scum like you don't get to preach morality. Kaboom. And down she goes. And back she is. I'd hoped to make you doubt yourselves, but alas. You leave me no choice but to grant you your wish. Our final destination may be the same, but I'll give you a small nudge to get there. Uh-oh. Somewhere in the Martyrium. 2 types of rings. A city? New areas appeared. Fancy that. Assuming that death is the requirement for entry. I guess I'll just die. Kaboom. Down she goes. Away from the Martyrium, between the gate and the train. Five 448455544 F 574552 485 78 65 63 75 74 65 74 72 61 6E 73 70 6F 72 74 70 72 6F 74 6F 63 6F 6C 2E. Inside what can only be called a battleship, a blue-haired girl is staring at a monitor, a gentle expression on her face. I wasn't expecting those meddlers to be this powerful. I had to call on the tower's power to finally get here. And now they've just stopped. Maybe they're afraid to face me. I hope so, at least. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I will find you and destroy you for hunting the commander and getting between us. Glowing blue fragments shot through the air, lighting up the vast interior of the ship. Dots. 70% of the matter folded about by the spatial impact event has been materialized, divided across 2 mirror seas. Looks like I'm late, but not too late. The commander's right there. Oh, Wichita and Kimberly are here too. Dots. Change of plans. Abort the recycling process and engage the overwrite. Initiate Plan E. Helena, exiting the ship now. Uh-oh, her eyes were all glowy. Alright, well.
分析モジュール同期中。
Looks like there's just a
重要
little
イベン
bit
ト
of
が発生してい
housekeeping.
ます。分析モジュール同期中。
It's a balloon. Okay. Okay, so it's basically just like Laffy. Play the game, get a free UR. Okay, so I just clicked that and I collect them all. Nice. I like that. No more hunting. Alright, what do we got? And these are what we can rent. And oh my. Okay. So. Got you talking yet? Yeah, there we go.
存在意義はすなわち己をより冷静に
Yeah,
より効率高
that's
く
with
する
that
ことになる
stomp she does. It's a little jarring. Anyway,
もちろん敵へ
this
の
was
威
day
嚇も
one of the Late of the Martyrium event. I will be on tomorrow to continue with day 2 and the D maps. This was an interesting little event. We are learning a little bit more about the lore and expanding it, so that's a good thing. I'm always for moving the plot along. Anyway, thank you everyone who's decided to stop by. If you want, come on back tomorrow. I'll be broadcasting this tomorrow too. Until then, good night.